Students are too much focused on one particular score, for example only CAT or XAT. But as you know that there are other options as well. There is a GRE option, GMAT option. So you should try, if you think you are not getting good score in the conventional exams which you have targeted, there are other exams as well which we are accepting. Please look into the list properly. Now, as I can tell you that your CAT score and interview performance have no relation to each other. We just look at the candidate at that moment and make a decision irrespective of what CAT score or ZAT score you have got. Many students think that one exam will decide your future. I'll say it's not.
Yeah.
Your career is decided by 40 years of hard work, not just one or two exams.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Shiksha Nerd. And if you have started the journey where you are looking for B schools and IFMR is in your list, so today's episode will bring you the best answers for all your queries related to admission, curriculum, specialization. And today we are joined by Dr. Soumya Pal. He's the chairperson admissions. Thank you so much for having us here, sir.
Yeah. Welcome to the IFMR campus, Neha, and Shiksha Nerd Team. You can ask any question, I'm here to answer.
So without any delays, let's start the video. So the legacy of IFMR is like for good 56 years, I would say 50 plus years. My first question is, so is there any outcome for the upcoming students or the students who are already studying, or it is just for the history?
No, of course, the history matters for whatever present outcome we are seeing. See, any business school or for that matter, any university builds on legacy and the relationship they have with the corporates.
Right.
So over the last many years when we started the MBA program, our alumni itself have created that legacy, which is helping the current batch. So it matters a lot, the legacy. We started as a research training institution long back in 70s. Later on, we became a full-fledged MBA institution, and now we are a full university called as Krea University, and IFMR Graduate School of Business is part of it.
Okay, so there is a big confusion about the location also because we call it IFMR Chennai, but students are still not aware what exact location it is.
Yes, I can understand the confusion. Before we came here, where we are right now, our campus was in Chennai.
Okay.
Right now, because our scale has increased, we have came to a different location. This is called as Sri City. Sri City is a special economic zone in Andhra Pradesh, but it's very near to Chennai. We are somewhere around 70 kilometers from Chennai airport.
Right.
And it's a special economic zone surrounded with many multinational factories, and among them, we are among the institution that is placed here.
Okay, great. So, sir, can you guide us for the the important aspects, or I would say the green flags for the students or the aspirants who are looking for IFMR, and during the interview round?
Yeah, I think the first and the most important thing that we look among the students is the learning attitude. What do I mean by learning attitude? It's simply that how open are you to learn?
Right.
Because in a classroom environment, if you're very adamant about your thought process,
Exactly.
it's very difficult to teach them. And more important, it's very difficult to make them ready for the placements.
True.
So all our faculties during the personal interview round look for learning attitude. How welcoming are you for new suggestions, new knowledge? And if we find that yes, you will have that positive attitude in the classroom, definitely you will get shortlisted. So yeah, I think this is one green flag which students need to take a note on.
Right. So one should be ready to unlearn and learn together.
Yes, of course. That's very important.
Yeah. So, sir, my next question will be a direct one, and it is only related to admissions first, because yes, students who are looking south as a location for their masters, they do target IFMR. So, what is the checklist they should prepare if they want to be a part of IFMR?
Okay. So the first thing they need to do is fill up the form. The form is currently live. You can go to our website and find the form. We accept CAT score, ZAT score, GMAT, GRE, GATE and IIT-JAM as well. Our cutoffs are 80 percentile for CAT and ZAT. Apart from that, we also have IIT-JAM qualified and GATE qualified students can also apply in this, especially those who are interested in quantitative finance.
Okay.
Yeah, so and apart from that, the one thing which we have on top of all the scores, let's say if you are a university rank holder, then you can directly apply to our program. You don't need any scorecard for that. Once you fill up the form, we will look into your eligibility, and based on that, we'll call out for personal interviews. After the personal interview, we generate an aggregate score based on your CAT score or ZAT or any other exam score that you have submitted. On top of that, your interview scores, your past academic record, your work ex, extracurriculars, etc. And then based on that aggregate score, we send out the call for all the students.
So, sir, is there any changes which have, like last year something was there and this year we have made any changes to the eligibility criteria?
Yes, there are two broad changes, but very important. One is until last year, we used to accept students who have scored 75 percentile and above in CAT and ZAT. This year onwards, we are accepting only 80 percentile and above for both CAT and ZAT. Other than that, last year we used to accept CMAT. This year we are not accepting CMAT.
Okay, so another question again. So because if a student has got good entrance score above 80 or 80, so is this enough, or interview will be a tougher one?
No, of course, interview matters a lot. Your first round of shortlisting is based on your CAT score. After that, a major weightage is given to the interview performance. Why? Because we want to also measure that how is the student attitude.
Right.
It's not in MBA program typically not only academic excellence is not good enough to excel in the program.
So it is more of overall, what is the student at overall level.
Yes.
So, sir, what are the common mistakes which students usually make, and because of which their application get rejected by the IFMR?
Okay, yeah, there are some common mistakes which student makes every year. The first one is they don't fill the application properly. For example, if we ask us to upload the Aadhaar documents in one place, they'll upload some 10th class mark sheet in that, and that leads to automatic rejection because the amount of application we get calling each student and clarifying things become very difficult. So this is point number one. Point number two, students are too much focused on one particular score. For example, only CAT or XAT. But as you know that there are other options as well. There is a GRE option, GMAT option. So you should try, if you think you are not getting good score in the conventional exams which you have targeted, there are other exams as well which we are accepting. Please look into the list properly, and maybe you can try and apply using those scores which increases your chance. Number three, which I have noticed over the years, that generally students with very high CAT score tend to be very confident during the interviews, and those with relatively low score are very underconfident during the interviews. Now, as I can tell you that your CAT score and interview performance have no relation to each other. We just look at the candidate at that moment and make a decision irrespective of what CAT score or ZAT score you have got. So I'll recommend or suggest the students that please, whenever you are coming for the interviews, prepare well, don't think about the CAT score. And finally, as I've told before as well, January 15th is our last date. So don't try to rush in during the last few minutes to fill up your form, because our server gets crowded. And it's as usual problem, sometimes form doesn't get filled, or maybe a money will get deducted, but the form will not process. So all those issues will start coming up as you come closer to the deadline. So I'll suggest that if you have planned or if you are willing to apply for IFMR, now is the time.
Sir, my next question is about the diversity. And with diversity, it doesn't mean, only the geographical region. In terms of, I want to know in terms of professionally, academically, because students from IT background must be coming here, students from commerce background must be coming here, even arts. So bringing them together and then working with them. So how diverse is the culture here at the IFMR?
Okay, so because as you said, that diversity means a lot of things. So I'll take points one by one. So the first thing is in terms of state representation, we have a majority of representation from North Indian states. Then comes the western states, which includes Gujarat and Maharashtra. And then we have a fair amount of representation from southern states and eastern and northeastern states. Then the other diversity is gender-based diversity. So the current gender ratio we have in our batch is 1:3. which I'll say is not very good. We can do much better.
Yes.
And we are trying very hard to get the attention of female MBA candidates or aspirants so that they can come and join our institution. Uh, in terms of undergraduate program, we have mixed bunch. We have, because our specialization is mostly in finance, we get a lot of students from BCom and BBA background. But apart from that, we have a good chunk of engineers. We have a good chunk of economics, English literature, uh, science students, mathematics students, statistics students. So we have a mix of them. But yeah, prominently we have engineers and BCom students. In terms of work experience, mostly we have fresher candidates, but then there are a chunk of students who have work experience of about 2 to 3 years, and some candidates have about 4 years.
So we can understand the culture is very diverse, right?
Yes, definitely. And in terms of faculty pool as well, it's diverse. Student pool as well, it's very diverse.
So you just told us that you are accepting GATE, which is again is related to technical field, and you are taking IIT-JAM, again the technical field. So this is for the very first time we are hearing that a B school, a renowned B school, is accepting those courses. What is the reason behind that?
Yeah, the reason is very simple. We have a specialization called as quantitative finance. Quantitative finance, the nature of the specialization is such that the subjects are very math oriented, and we need students who understand, are good with math. So we thought that why not attract the engineers or those who have done undergraduate program in mathematics, statistics, or physics, because there is a huge demand from the recruiters regarding quantitative finance, and B, as I said, that if you don't have the prerequisite
Right.
of math skills, it's very difficult to elect quant finance courses and do well. So that's the only objective, that if any student who wanted to pursue or wants to pursue masters in engineering or science, but still confused and looking for some other opportunity, we want to give that student an opportunity to come here and do an MBA with a specialization in quantitative finance.
Okay. So how will you explain the journey of a student at IFMR? So do
Yeah.
they ever come to you and complaining about, sir, we are not able to move out, we do not have this at campus, something like that you would like to share?
Yeah, I mean, student life here is actually very different from rest of the business school, primarily because of two reasons. One is the location itself, and the second is we are under the university setup. So we have the mix of both postgraduate, undergraduate, and PhD students, and therefore I always say that the IFMR never sleeps, because all the competitions that you see, either it's a sports competition or any other competition like boot camp or any entrepreneurship related competitions, all are done after the dinner time. So in that way, it's a very vibrant campus, and we also get guests from outside for performance here as well: music, art, theater, dance, which also happens during the night time, because daytime is mostly reserved for the students class. Now, in terms of going out, we try to provide as much as services we can provide in the university, which includes restaurants, cafeteria, laundry service, sports facilities, everything. But even beyond that, if students want to go out and want to explore, they are most welcome. They can go out. Sri City, in a way, is a very safe ecosystem. The police, the overall security here is very different from rest of the place, and people are very vigilant about the student safety. And apart from that, I would like to talk about, we have a very big team for student welfare, which we call as the Office of Student Life. Their objective is to take care of the students, not just their physical well-being, but also their mental well-being as well. And they are constantly in touch with all the students. And if any student want to discuss anything, want to raise an issue, Office of Student Life and their team are very much proactive with this.
Sir, what all specialization are we offering for these students for 2026?
So we have specialization in finance, quantitative finance, operation management, marketing, and human resource development, or human resource management, as I said.
So, sir, is there any like major shift that you have seen, or like, for example, if somebody has come from marketing background, now that person is going for the finance. So, have you seen?
Yeah, I
such?
mean, that's a very usual stuff here, because everyone knows that IFMR is known for finance. And when they join the institute, most of the candidates come with this aspiration of doing specialization in either finance or quantitative finance. Now, over the time, see, the specialization choice happens in the second year. So in the first year itself, it's a common core course for all the students. In the second year, many students want to do, let's say, finance, but later on they realize that no, they don't want, and they want to switch. So that's very easy here. For any specialization, there is a certain amount of credit requirement. So let's say even if you have not, you don't want to pursue in finance, you can switch and take more electives from, let's say, marketing area,
Okay.
or maybe operations area, and through that you can finish your specialization requirement. And that's the flexibility we provide to all the students if they want to switch the domain which they have earlier developed interest while coming into the program.
Okay. So now a student, if I talk about a student, that person has got the offer letter from IFMR. Now he has to prepare himself for the college. What all preparations or you can tips you can give to that student so that he can have this roller coaster ride, but then also he's enjoying this ride.
So I think there are three broad domains that student need to work on. And it's a very typical for any MBA program as well. The first one I'll say is work on your communication skill. You get around 2 months, that's good enough.
Right.
And communication is very important from recruitment point of view, because the moment you start coming, there are some day zero companies, day one companies who start coming and hiring for internships very early in your MBA curriculum. So it's very important that you come prepared with your communication skill. Second is, of course, the Excel skill. Be ready with your basic Excel skill, PowerPoint skill, so that or nowadays even you don't have to use PowerPoint, you can use AI tools to make PowerPoint presentation. So try to work on the AI tools, MS Excel, these will always be helpful. And number three, for in classroom performance, a little bit of touch on the mathematics, especially until class 10th, whatever it's covered, whatever be the generally what is the portion for CAT exam as well. If you can just go through it, revise it, that will be very helpful before you come here.
So my next question is, like, it is the biggest query, or I would say students are taking it as a threat. Even the parents are thinking like that, which is related to AI. Because AI is taking over the market, it is taking over the jobs, and doing MBA again is a huge investment. So the question is, will it be worth, or coming to IFMR, are we ready with the curriculum where the student can use it as an opportunity?
Okay, that's a fantastic question. See, you are absolutely right that when we look at AI, it looks like a threat.
Right.
But what I have heard and know from the recruiters, that they are looking for MBA candidates with AI skills. There's no question that AI is replacing the human. It's basically AI is working along with human, and the corporates, they want students or the MBA candidates to be prepared with the AI skill.
Right.
So what IFMR is doing in regard to that, there are multiple ways. One is we are coming up with our own AI policy for curriculum development, which will basically, we try to identify that in which courses, especially the core courses, we can integrate the AI tools. For example, in my course where I teach macroeconomics, I deliberately ask students to use the AI tools to understand the government reports and make a summary out of that using the AI tools and explain it in the classroom. Because generally now I was not able to do that, let's say 2 years back, because government reports are very big and tedious to understand. But now they can do it because there is an AI tool available. So overall, in the classroom itself, different faculties are trying different things, but we are trying to streamline everything now, and we'll come up before the next batch comes. Our AI policy will be ready, and all our curriculum will be designed in such a way that AI becomes a complementary to all the learnings that we do in the class.
So basically, a student has to understand that it can be only a threat if you don't know how to use it.
Exactly, you're absolutely
So you can
right.
convert totally into an opportunity for yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Sir, like I've seen students, those who used to like get scared when they used to see the numbers. Mathematics is like the trauma to them or the threat to them. But now if that child has developed some interest in finance, so for that student, is it very important to be in numbers and everything if he is looking towards finance as a specialization?
Yes, I will not sugarcoat it. Definitely, it's very important that if you want to pursue your career in finance, you need to deal with numbers, you
Yeah.
need to deal with mathematics. Uh, but you know what, Neha, the good thing is that the students, unlike their predecessors, the students right now have the AI tools. And why AI tools are helpful? Because you can learn a lot of things using AI. So, for example, when I teach in the classroom some macroeconomics concept, and we do some problems for them to understand. Now, a lot of students tell me that, sir, the problem is not enough. We need more practice questions, especially
Right.
those students who are struggling. They ask for more practice questions. That how can we make our concept stronger? Now, earlier days, it was very difficult to find practice questions because generally in a PG level book, the number of questions are very less. Now, with the help of AI, you can generate as many questions as possible. And you can practice, and AI will give you the solution, and you can come and discuss with me or any other faculty in the
Right,
classroom.
right.
So now you have another companion in terms of AI, which can give you, which can bring all the resources that are required for you to hone your skills and become better in understanding numbers and math.
And someone who is not frustrated or irritated by asking like a lot of questions again and again.
Yeah.
And AI will help you like that.
Yeah, of course. See, once you have developed the curiosity, see, this is my understanding as a teacher. I am saying that once you have developed the curiosity, and if your curiosity is well fed,
Right.
then you can learn anything in the world.
Exactly. So, sir, these days or wherever I see a student looking for MBA colleges, they always look for placements. For example, if somebody is looking for IFMR, the person will directly put a prompt of placements at IFMR, the average, the highest, the lowest, right? So, and I am sitting here at the campus in the month of January 2026. And I got to know that already students are placed. A lot of students are already placed. The placement drive is already going on. So, would you like to guide these students with the past placements or the coming up ones?
Okay. Yeah, I think, as I said before, that IFMR never sleeps, or it's sort of like always in a pace. So that pace is also visible in our placements as well. Students who work very hard for their internship, a lot of them convert it into PPOs, that is your pre-placement offers.
Right.
And generally, the pre-placement offers are given to them when they are in the second year, in their 15th or 16th month. And after that, more or less, they're relaxed and they can focus more on taking what the subjects they want to interest on. But if I talk about the numbers, last year, our average CTC was somewhere between 12 to 13 LPA. Highest was 21 LPA. And as a university policy, we don't accept any companies coming to campus who offer 8 LPA or less than that as a salary. So any company which is offering 8 LPA or less is not allowed to come here and do placement interviews. So I can say that's the minimum. Maximum was 21. In this year, right now, more than 50% of the students have already been placed, and rest of them are in the process. Some of them are waiting for their offer letters. Some of them are waiting for the interviews to be done. Yeah, so this is what is happening right now. Now, of course, I take pride in saying that IFMR is very much transparent with the placement reports. Our placement reports are available on internet, and when we are not able to place 100% of the students, we write it upfront in our report. We write approximately 100% students are placed. And the second thing which I take pride in, that we are very much connected to our students. So even when they finish their graduation, and let's say if they are not placed, we don't leave them behind. Our placement team, our placecom will work with the students even after graduating and make sure that they get their job. And there are many such good stories that I hear from students that unfortunately during the 2 years they didn't get the job, but within next 3 or 4 months, 5 months, they got the job. It's because our placecom was working with them. Our entire team is working with them even after the graduation.
Sir, what I can understand, package is important to some extent, but yes, the job role clarity is also very important for the students. So, what kind of roles are being offered to the students?
Yeah, I think what I can tell you is we get students mostly in the BFSI role. We get global risk management, asset management, risk analyst. These are some of the top portfolios which students look into. Apart from that, students get placed in banks where they are working as a probationary officer, which later on convert to full officers in banks as well. And the good thing is that we have also started getting good roles in the marketing and operations as well. So that's a positive change. I look in terms of diversity in terms of roles that students are getting.
So let's talk about the final advice, final golden advice that you want to give to the aspirants who are looking for IFMR.
Yeah, not just for IFMR but for all the students. I'm talking as a teacher that many students think that one exam will decide your future. I'll say it's not.
Yeah.
Your career is decided by 40 years of hard work, not just one or two exams. So let's say if you are not able to score the amount which you wanted to score in your CAT or XAT XAT exam, you should not be disheartened and you should put more effort. It's a signal that you can do much better in your life. And look for the ideal college. Of course, IFMR is one where we are trying to help you build your career. But I'll suggest students that you look into the 40-year horizon, not just 2 to 3 year horizon. That's
Exactly.
going to be my tip.
Exactly. Thank you so much, sir. It was lovely being here. And today we tried to address all the queries related to IFMR. In any case, if you are left with any of the queries related to the college, either you can go directly to their official website or you can contact us on the given number. Thank you so much for watching us.